Movies worth watching and watching again. These are movie gems.
Shh, it's starting.
You know, it's a treat to sit down to a great movie. But do you have trouble finding a worthwhile film you can watch with your family and friends? I'm Jay Fulmer, and I'm here to help. Let me recommend The Kid. Do you think the child you once were would like the person you have become? That's the question at the heart of this movie. The Kid is a warm-hearted parable that follows Russ Duritz, a brutally honest image consultant who enjoys bossing around his wealthy clientele. His work is his singular focus. It has made him wealthy and important. But even though he lives in a big, beautiful house, he lives there alone. When the movie begins, we get a glimpse of Russ's work life, intercut with unexplained footage of a red 1940s biplane, which finally flies right over Russ and his convertible, although no one else seems to see it. Curious. In general, Russ's interpersonal relationships show a general disdain for his fellow human beings, but our first glimpse of something approximating a heart under his hard exterior is when he is charmed into giving some free advice to a friendly anchorwoman on a plane.
Your hair is too big, your brows are too dark, your nails are too long, and your foundation's too orange.
What about my accent? I'm always being warned to stop saying y'all.
Don't ever stop saying y'all. Your y'all is your trademark. Say y'all and you'll be promoted in 6 months. Say y'all with a smile and you'll be famous in 12. Now, will you please shut up?
She is one of 3 women that are key influences in the film. Another is his snarky, thick-skinned assistant, Janet.
Whenever you're stressed, you wear the yellow tie, which makes you feel all-powerful. So you're probably going to yell at me, which I'm not in the mood for, so don't. Nice tie.
And then there is Amy, a business associate who is Russ's one connection to childlike wonder and to a moral compass. She, more than anyone else, sees what Russ could be if he would just open up a little bit of his heart and let others in.
Look. Isn't it lovely? It's big, it's beautiful, it's revolving around the Earth, proving once again that the universe does not revolve around you.
But this is something Russ seems incapable of doing. Until he has a sort of midlife crisis a few days before his 40th birthday. It's kind of like the visiting of the ghost of Christmas past for Ebenezer Scrooge. He will be forced to embark on a journey of self-discovery and introspection, and his guide will be his 8-year-old self, who inexplicably appears one night. Now, this happens 28 minutes into the movie, so be patient.
Are you who I think you are?
I don't know.
How did I get here?
I don't know.
Holy smokes.
Rusty is pudgy and awkward, lovable and direct. Although he is just as clueless as Russ as to how he got here, he seems to sense what's going on in a way that his older self does not. Russ and Rusty examine one another with disdain. Rusty the younger reminds Russ the older of everything he's tried to forget about himself. And Rusty is confronting the full reality of growing up.
So, I'm 40, I'm not married, I don't fly jets, and I don't have a dog? I grow up to be a loser.
Young Rusty's innocence and unbridled optimism give him a distinct advantage in divining the truth. He sums up Russ's job as an image consultant simply.
I get what you do now. I figured out how to explain.
Let me hear it.
You help people lie about who they really are, so that they can pretend to be someone else, right?
This observation might cut to a truth about the person that the older Russ has become. The two must sift through memories and try to figure out the purpose for this bizarre reunion. Through this journey, Russ begins to understand why he is so cold to his father, to the world, and to himself. In other words, Russ must learn to connect with the hopeful child he used to be and make the life changes necessary to keep from carrying out his Ebenezer Scrooge-like existence to its logical, lonely, pathetic conclusion. The film is skillfully directed by Jon Turteltaub, who I've been a fan of since I first saw his film While You Were Sleeping, and based on a well-crafted script by Audrey Wells. But none of this would work without some incredible performances. You will find Bruce Willis at the top of his game, but Spencer Breslin is the undisputed star of the show. He effortlessly draws us into his world of wonder, where we laugh with him and acutely feel his pain. How many of us end up becoming the people we wished to be when we were younger? This film gives us a fantasy glimpse into the what if. The Kid has that nice mixture of sentiment and comedy. Surprisingly, it is genuinely insightful, and better than this kind of film has any right to be. If you're willing to accept the magic in this parable, you will find yourself charmed, entertained, and moved. And even though this film seems like it should be meant for kids, and it is, I think the grown-ups are going to enjoy it the most. Hey, and if you get this movie on DVD, you have got to check out the director commentary track. You can go through the movie listening to the director and Spencer Breslin, who's a lot like the character he plays, but quite a bit smarter. You get to watch them talk about the movie making, or at least the director tries to talk about the film, but Breslin has a lot to say and keeps interrupting. It's great. There is a lot to love about this movie. The Kid came out in 2000. It has a runtime of 1 hour and 44 minutes, and is rated PG. I would give this movie 8.5 gems. Well, what do you think? Would you like to try it out? You can probably find this film at your local library, but you can also watch it through streaming online. Just type your movie title into the search bar and include the word streaming. You'll see results showing where you can rent it, or perhaps it's already on a streaming service you subscribe to. Once you watch it, come on back and tell us what you thought in the comments section. If you're already a fan of the movie, tell us in the comments what you loved about it and encourage others to watch it too. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of new episodes as they come out. See you next time for more Movie Gems.